It's impossible to sum up how I feel about the Ricoh GR3X without addressing the question, who is this camera for? It is the answer to that question that is the reason why the camera even exists in the first place. This isn't the one-stop shop for everyone's creative needs like my Sony a7 IV camera. This one's a bit more focused, more zeroed in on its own audience. Out of their GR line, I bought the Ricoh GR3X. If you're looking for a video about the deep dive of the specs and torture tests and lab studies and all that, this will not be that kind of video. But to be brief, it offers a fixed focal length of 40 millimeters, has a 24.2 megapixel CMOS crop sensor for images, has an f-stop as wide as 2.8, offers image stabilization, has Bluetooth and Wi-Fi connectivity, does offer video, but you do not buy this thing for video. Has a small sturdy enclosure made of magnesium alloy, giving it a metallic feel with a rubberized grip.
Why did I buy it?
Well, at the time of buying the Ricoh GR3X, I already owned the Sony a7 IV, which is a hybrid camera. It's a camera that sort of sells itself on the limitlessness of what it can offer for a creative. But I found myself feeling limited by its limitlessness. And that all comes down to size and bulk. I wanted to do a better job of shooting every single day and documenting life's fleeting moments. But carrying around an a7 IV with these big expensive lenses and a big bag became a nuisance pretty quick. The saying that the best camera is the one that you have on you applies to nothing better than the cell phone. But I gotta say, when I look at a cell phone, I see way too many things. A tool that can do so much doesn't allow me to do any one thing great. A tool that just gives a direct sole purpose, call me a caveman brain, I wanted a dedicated camera. So, my search for a great pocket camera began. I got into research on the Sony RX100, and on YouTube, I came across some information on the Ricoh GR camera line. My decision to go with Ricoh boiled down to two factors. One, it was the fixed focal length. I've been shooting pretty seriously now for about 4 years, and in the beginning of my photography journey, I was the kind of guy that would throw all this primes, all the zooms in one bag. Took me a few years to realize, again, caveman brain, that choice fatigue is a real thing. When fumbling through lenses, switching in and out, I began to realize that I am missing good opportunities. And when I started taking one lens out at a time, I noticed that my quality of work improved. I was getting more shots and better shots at that. So with my pocket camera, I want it to be easy, one fixed focal length. Reason number two, that damn 24 megapixel camera sensor, man. It's nice. It really is nice. I mean, to have 24 megapixels and something that big, like, come on. Its design is so incredibly sleek and inconspicuous that when I shoot with it in public, I never get the side eyes, I never get the glances or the stares, I never get the feeling of discomfort that I would always get with my Sony. So, how's it perform? So far, so good. Again, the image quality that comes out of this thing is just incredible. I've had no issues with the things I've read about so far. And the things I've read about, of course, is the rotating wheel here is sticking. I've not had an issue with that yet in 4 months. And the other issue that plagues the internet is dust on the sensor. Again, shooting every day with this for 4 months, and I bought this camera off KEH.com slightly used. I've never had an issue with dust on the sensor. If any of these two issues do arise, I will do a future video explaining that that has in fact happened. I have my Ricoh set at 2 modes. One is snap distance autofocus, which is incredible actually. It allows this camera to be used with one hand, which for street photography is a dream. With snap distance focus, it allows you to set anywhere from between 1 meter to 5 meters and then to infinity. So I usually have this set at 5 meters because usually when I'm walking and doing street photography, that 5 meters is usually that sweet spot. With the click of one button, my function button, I have it go into 2.8 mode, which when I want like the background blur, I get that option as well. So literally within the click of a button, I can do both. The camera turns on super fast, which again, I think is imperative when you don't want to miss those fleeting moments. I'm just now cracking into the double exposure. Not sure I'll use it all that much, but it is fun. The Wi-Fi and Bluetooth capability on this is something I did not expect to love as much as I do. I never imagined myself being one to edit on an iPad or edit on a cell phone. I'm in that sort of Instagram mindset where I'm trying to post every day for a year just to see what happens. Hate admitting that, but I am, because, you know, we all want our art to be seen. And I can't tell you how many times I'll snap a photo, like, oh, that's cool. Literally flick of a button, send it to my phone, edit on Lightroom Mobile, and boom. Also too, I know that you know that I know that you always have your phone on you. If I were to mention any cons, I would certainly say the battery life sucks. But though it sucks, it's really not an issue for me, and here's why. Yeah, the batteries are tiny. Like, tiny, tiny. So for me, I just bought 3 of these total, and I keep them in my little daily man purse I walk around with, and it's not a hassle at all to swap them out if I need to. Plus, it's not like I'm taking this out to do like model photo shoots or anything like that. It's more like when the moment arrives, boom. The other thing that I don't like is the little shutter flap here. I don't know if I'll be able to get this. I would just hope for more of like a chamber door shut on that, something more solid feeling. I'm really not trying to sound like a mouthpiece for Ricoh. I have no reason to be loyal to them at all. The way I use the camera, I just really haven't had any issues with it. Who is this camera for? That is the question of the video, is for the serious shooter. It's someone who already owns a big rig, someone who just wants more of that daily documentation, someone who wants to live the lifestyle of a photographer, someone like me who wanted to get better, wants something a little better than an iPhone, someone who just can put a camera in his pocket, grab high quality photos, be on his way. Now, I can't ignore the fact that this camera is expensive. It's not like it's cheap. It's around $1,000 for this camera line, whether you buy it used or new. It's kind of somewhere in that zone. Again, it's accomplished everything that I hoped it would, and there's very few things I can say that about that I've purchased in my life. Moving forward, I'll create more videos about this camera and everything photography related. Anyways, thanks for watching.